Hello everyone and welcome to today's severe weather update on Advective Weather. We have a lot to talk about today, so we're going to jump right into it. First things first, we have a very rare weather pattern that's in place, especially for the month of June, and it is leading to the possibility of a derecho in the southeastern United States today. So it's a moderate risk in place. It's a level 4 out of 5 for severe thunderstorms stretching all the way from Louisiana to Georgia, including Jackson, Mississippi, and Montgomery, Alabama. Those are the two big cities within the risk. This rare weather pattern is allowing for significant severe weather to impact the deep south today, and that includes all hazards. Now, we already have severe thunderstorms ongoing. We'll take a look at those shortly. However, the most potent storms are going to be later today, really kicking off around 4 p.m. or so. All hazards are going to be on the table, and they could be particularly intense. We could see wind gusts over 80 miles an hour today, 90, even 100 miles an hour is possible. Hail over 3 inches in diameter is also possible with some storms, especially the more isolated storms ahead of the main line of storms you'll see on models soon. And we could even see some strong tornadoes, that being EF2 plus today, with a few of these storms as well. So lots to talk about today, lots of stronger storms. We will be live later today to cover the situation here. Rishi's probably going to be hosting it first, and then it'll be handed off to me later in the evening. And make sure you have multiple ways to get weather alerts. This is extremely important, and it's something that I can't emphasize enough, whether it be your smartphone, a NOAA weather radio, broadcast media. Make sure you have more than one way in case a medium goes down as these potent storms move through. Before we move on with the video, please be sure to check a link in the description to our severe weather preparation guide so that way you know what to do when severe weather strikes you today. We're going over the threats in this video. What you can do, you can see that in the video in the link in the description below. Well, let's take a look at the weather setup. We have a low pressure system there that's heading into the northeastern United States. That's going to bring some rain and maybe even a couple crackles of thunder, but that's not the primary thing we're talking about. Primary thing, you can see those severe thunderstorms. Those are those yellow boxes that are tracking into and out of the state of Arkansas at this time, and you can see that box surrounding those severe storms. That's a severe thunderstorm watch. A new one's just come out to the south there for those storms you can see popping up in Oklahoma and Texas at this time. Those other yellow boxes you can see south, and you can see all the individual counties included in it, stretching all the way from Mississippi into Georgia. Those are flood watches, so we also have flooding concerns today. We're not going to talk too much about those, but slight risks of excessive rainfall are currently in place. The moderate risk of severe weather is our primary concern. So let's take a look at the official forecast in more detail. This is our wind threat today. You can see that big purple region. That's our moderate risk. That is a 45 to 59% chance of damaging winds occurring within 25 miles of a given point. I could even see this being higher when we actually look back at this, but I don't expect an upgrade today from a moderate risk to a high risk. So not expecting that, but I am expecting that it could actually verify that way. And again, you can see that stretch all the way from Louisiana into Georgia, including Jackson, Mississippi, and Montgomery, Alabama. The hatched region stretches slightly outside of that. That's where winds of 75 miles per hour or greater are possible. That's where the Storm Prediction Center thinks the most intense winds will end up being. That red area surrounding that is our enhanced risk for today. That's where we're expecting numerous severe thunderstorms with damaging winds over 60 miles per hour, with scattered coverage in the yellow region being a level 2 out of 5, and isolated coverage in the level 1 out of 5 region, that being in the brown. Let's take a look at the hail threat. Let's start with the hatched region. This region stretches all the way from the Dallas-Fort Worth metro, all the way over into places like Little Rock, Arkansas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Jackson, Mississippi, and stretching farther north there as well. So numerous places there within that hatched region. That's where 2-inch in diameter or greater hail is a possibility. That red region is where we are expecting numerous severe thunderstorms with hail greater than 1-inch in diameter. The yellow region is where we're expecting scattered coverage of large hail greater than 1-inch in diameter, and then isolated coverage of severe storms capable of hail 1-inch in diameter or greater. That's in the brown region again, that being the level 3, 2, and 1 out of 5 respectively. Let's talk about the tornado threat now. You'll notice that yellow hatched region. That's where our level 3 out of 5 risk for tornadoes is today. That really includes southern Alabama heading into Georgia there. So that is something important to note. A much smaller risk corridor for tornadoes today, that being a level 3 out of 5. It is also a hatched region, which means this is where the Storm Prediction Center expects things to be most likely for a stronger tornado to occur. Again, that's that EF2 plus kind of tornado I was talking about earlier. So let's just make sure that we're weather aware if we're down there today, as again, strong tornadoes are possible. We can see their scattered coverage of tornadoes being possible there around Shreveport, Jackson, Mississippi, the Brown area generally speaking, and then finally in that green area, that's where our isolated coverage of severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes will be. So that's what we're looking at in terms of our hazards. Again, a pretty dangerous day here for the Deep South, something we'd normally see in March or April. So let's take a look at this weather model. This is our round of storms that's moving through right now, and will move through as we head later into the day. You can then see moving into the picture our main round of severe storms that'll really get going around 4 p.m. before moving through our moderate risk region and potentially becoming a derecho. You can see that potent line of storms there, and that lasts well into the overnight hours before fizzling out over Florida as we head into around 2, 3 a.m. Central, 3, 4 a.m. Eastern, and then another cluster of storms develops in the morning heading into the afternoon there. That's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms that we have for that particular cluster as we head through the day, and you can see that right here. So tomorrow we have a slight risk of severe storms, both for the Deep South there and the Southeast, as well as the Central Plains. You can see both of those accordingly there, with very large hail over 2 inches in diameter and damaging winds being the primary concerns in both of those regions. As we head into Friday, we have another slight risk of severe thunderstorms in the Central Plains heading into the Mississippi Valley, and that's primarily going to be for damaging winds and large hail as well. And then finally, we have a possibility of severe storms heading into the weekend, level 2 out of 5s for both Saturday and Sunday. More specifics will come out on that with time, but you'll notice they're stretching across the Oklahoma-Kansas border. We have a slight risk of severe storms on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you can see there Memphis, Tennessee, kind of the bullseye of a potential for severe thunderstorms stretching all the way from southern Missouri into central Arkansas, into northern Mississippi, Alabama, and that also includes western Tennessee and extreme western Kentucky, as well as extreme southern Illinois. So lots of severe weather over the next few days. Today's the biggest day with a level 4 out of 5, level 2 out of 5, stretching all the way from tomorrow into Sunday. So we'll keep you posted if anything gets upgraded additionally from here or there are major changes with the forecast. Thank you so much for watching. We do hope that this video was useful to you. If you liked it, you can hit the like button down below. You can also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this and get notified of our live stream later today. And you can also join our Discord server. The link will be in the description so you can talk to myself and the remainder of the team. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you later today.